Top of the morning to you guys. That one's for freedom, what we still have left. Today is Friday, so hopefully it's a little bit more calmer and the news settles down a little bit. I doubt that the numbers on the whole zombie virus is gonna calm down, so I expect them to just continue that, because that is what drives the news. That's what keeps them busy, keeps us entertained, right? That keeps them talking about something, right? And it's and the news is the news, right? It's funny how they flip back and forth. If there's an event going on over here, everybody runs over there. If there's an event going on over here, everybody runs over there. Everybody wants to be the first on the scene, right? Reporting live from, I guess we do the same thing here, right? I got this, I got the new one, I got the latest and greatest. You know, the first to review. But let's hope things turn around. Let's hope things calm down, as they say. So, a couple of things. I say pick me up. I had I had this delivered to my house, but I had a battle belt. I bought one on Amazon, and I just need to now figure out what attachments go on this battle belt, and where to get them, and how much it's going to cost. Because, you know, the main thing is obviously for your pew-pew, your ammo magazine pouches, if it's for your pistol, for your rifle, and any other attachments you want for it. And the main thing is I just want it for outside the, you know, outside the waist, outside of the shirt, just to have on hand in case I need to clip it on. So you never know, right? Shit hits the fan. So you look at that. Not really a tactical running and gunning and competition, you know, person, but I thought, let me go ahead and get one. This one was pretty cheap, and yeah, we'll go from there. The next agenda is, I thought about the South Africans, the people, the business owners, the people that actually had something worth looting for, right? The people, the business people, small mom and pop shops, individuals maybe had a hair or nail salon or whatever, right? To the big corporations that actually had merchandise like Walmart, Target, etc. that's over there in South Africa. And sorry for the back and forth. I'm trying to stay close up to the camera so you can hear me without speaking too loud. I have a fan going on back there, and I have my music over here, which I've turned down. But I think about all the shops that got looted over there in Africa, and I thought about the whole ammo round count that they're allowed to have, which I believe is 200 from what I've heard other people talk about. And you know, I thought to myself, what happens when the bullets run out? And what happens when the pew-pews are empty? Then what? Then what do? You go back to sticks and stones? I mean, you better hope you have some other form of defense, whether it be other things, or you have some type of perimeter or something. And that's something to think about, right? And I guess depending on your environment dictates what you're gonna secure yourself with, right? So anyways, I thought about that. Because here in this country, obviously, we can have more than 200 rounds, and that's really not a big deal, right? It's accessible here. And then I thought about people that choose to stay in their countries versus people that come to this country, right? There's some people, obviously, from all over the world. There's a lot of people, I should say. And there are people from South Africa that come here, people from Cuba, people from the Middle East, right? They come here, and they come here for the freedoms that we have, right? Obviously, a better way of living, better life. But it's apparent now, and I know other people have talked about it, that we are at a global world crisis as far as everybody is like fed up with dictatorship, fed up with the old, I'll say old world orders, right? The old ways. That people are just like, they're done. They're rising up, that they've had it, especially in the poorer countries, the dictatorship countries. Those people have, they're just fed up. I mean, we live in a different time, obviously, and people, they don't want to be treated like that. They don't want to live under a dictatorship rule. So they come here, right, and then they have a voice. What little voices we do have, right? The freedom to say what we want. But even like people from Venezuela, people from Cuba, people that come from suppression or dictatorship countries, they are now saying, look, we used to be free. We used to have the pew-pews. And then Castro came along, wanted a count of who had what, how many, etc. And then once he knew who had what and how many, then he started a second process. Does that sound familiar? Registration, where he knew what people in Cuba had what, and he could go around and say, okay, you only get to keep 2. You only get to keep 1, and confiscate what he wanted, right? Businesses, you're not free to be a free entrepreneur, business person, and the thing is we as Americans need to listen up, because they're telling us right now, look, you're headed that direction. The way you guys are progressing, and yes, you have so many freedoms compared to us, that they even start to see you're losing those people from China that come over from China, Cuba, Venezuela. They see the turn, the change, and they're saying, look, America's headed that way. Americans don't see it because we've had these freedoms, right? We don't know any other way of living other than the way we have been, right? And those that are my age and older remember a more different, freer time than today. And you only know what you know, right? If you grew up in a world of technology, having Wi-Fi, computer, Facebook, social media, whatever, YouTube, that's all you know. You don't know a world that doesn't have that stuff in it. You grew up in my time, we didn't have cell phones, right? We didn't have the computers. So I remember a time when we didn't have that. Generation before me, like my grandfather, well, my mom, and then my grandfather, those 2 generations grew up in a different time. They didn't have the things that I had. And they always say, oh, well, you have more opportunity than we did growing up. Well, that's fine. The next generation has even more, and so forth. So while we live in this country, that's all we know. We don't know any other, right? So something to start focusing on and start hopefully getting other people to see. I saw one video where a Cuban lady said, thanks Democrats, thanks for voting this Potato Joe in, because now you just messed it up for the rest of us. So anyway, it's just interesting. But you know, sometimes you have to let things fall to rebuild. So last and least, I guess I could say, is just do what you can. Keep an eye on gas prices. Keep an eye on what's going on. I think we definitely are headed to that next lockdown, and I said September 19th is the official day that we're actually going to see an impact. That's my date that I'm sticking with, September 19th, 2021. Kids are going back to school next month, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going to end this at 10 minutes and say cheers, and be safe out there, and I'll do another video soon. As always, Red out.